Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the realm of inspiration. Happy winter solstice. It is officially time for the winter season and the last solstice of 2023. I'm kind of feeling the need that we all need to do some clearing and cleansing and protecting together. So I would like to invite you to kind of get comfortable, maybe light some sage, incense, have some essential oils, have your selenite, salt rocks, whatever helps you feel cleansed and rejuvenated, and also it helps you feel protected with you. And I'm going to do my cleansing and then protecting sort of thing that I do before doing a channeling with all of you as well. So I'll give you guys a second to get into positions. I honestly feel the most protected and cleansed when sitting on the ground. I have my little oil. It's my rune oil. I know it has like white angelica and other things in it. It's from a church in Greece. All churches in Greece make my rune, I think. Monasteries. Honestly, some things enter my memory and then leave. I will be honest. I feel like as you learn more things, some things don't hold as long in your mind. But yes, it is common in Greece to get these, so I love it. And it has white angelica, which white angelica is very good for cleansing your aura. So that's just what I feel before I need to channel, is always to cleanse the aura of myself in this space. But what I'm feeling right now as we're entering this new winter season is to cleanse away everything from the past season, because fall always causes a ruckus. It always does. It's the leaves falling, it's the changing, it's the change of seasons, it's that in between of releasing everything so that when spring happens, in March, so like 6 months later, when spring it has sprung, that's gonna be the time for things to blossom. So we kind of need to let a lot of things go now and start planting some of the seeds, start building our roots for what's going to happen when spring has sprung. And winter is definitely the season of relaxation and purity. So let's get into the protection. I was stalling and rambling nonsense to give you the time to get situated. So let's take a few deep breaths together and invite in the angels and the dragons. So take 3 deep breaths. 3 deep breaths. Beautiful. Now, with the help of the dragons, I'm going to be doing this with my eyes open so you can tell the difference between me and when I'm channeling, because I channel with my eyes closed. Okay, so we'll call upon angels and dragons to stand on our left, the angels on our right, the dragons, to stand as pillars in front of us. Call upon the guardians of the veil to stand as pillars behind us. We call on Mother Earth to be the blanket below, and Father Sky to be our cloak of protection, clearing, and cleansing. Call on Gaia and God to be with us. We call upon the golden Christed light and its main deliverer, Jesus, to bring forth the golden Christed light into this space, to cleanse and purify all negativities, to remove all blockages, and reset us to our original excellence. Call upon the deliverer of the golden Christed light, as well as the flame of truth, Jesus, to deliver the flame of truth through us, around us, and through us, the frequency of the phoenix realm, the frequency of cleansing, of purification, of bringing forth truth and honesty. Only that which serves us is welcome, and nothing and no one can access us, nor our energy, without our permission. Our permission is the most powerful thing in this universe. What we give permission to has control over influencing our life, and what we don't give permission to has no access to us, no voice in our reality. What we say no to leaves, what we say yes to is welcome, and right now we say no to all inauthenticity. We say no to all inauthenticity. We say no to all negativity. We say no to all jealousy. We say no to all judgment. We say no to all gluttony. We say no to all greed. We say no to all lust. We say no to all wrath. We say no to all sloth. We say no to all pride. We say no to all the 7 deadly concepts, all the things that cause us to be pulled from our original excellence, our source excellence, our highest self. We say no to everything that lowers our frequency, and we demand it to leave. We demand all negativity, all inauthenticities, all falsehoods, all of it is banished from our energy, from our home, from our life. That is the truth that we speak now. Now we invite in the solar fire to come and remove anything that's taking us away from our power, that is stealing our power. Remove it, reconstitute it into the light, reconstitute all that which does not serve us into the light for the highest good of the collective all. Remove it all from our 5-body system. Remove it all from our chakra system. Remove it all from our life, from our home, from those around us. Remove it all. And dear solar fire, give us back our strength. Bring us back our soul pieces that those have stolen from us. Recharged with divine light and divine love, calling back all of our soul pieces back to us, back to our solar center, recharged with divine light and love, pure and cleansed from any negativity it may have absorbed from those who stole it from us. We call back what is ours, and we release anything that we stole from somebody else, any pieces of anybody else's soul that we took. We are sending it back to them with divine light and love, because we are capable of stealing away soul pieces as well. It is not just a one-sided thing. So we release those soul fragments that we stole from other people unknowingly or knowingly with divine light and love, sending it back to them. We call back all of our missing soul fragments with divine light and love, so we may be whole and everyone may be their whole, true, powerful self. It's not us versus them. It is us as a collective, higher beings, humanity, angels, source, together, us against the darkness that tries to pull us down and steal our power and light. And remember that it is not human versus human. We are all in this together. So releasing that judgment, judging another human for their experiences and what they are doing and how they choose to be in their light. And releasing all judgment of those we see in darkness, because they don't need our judgment, they need light. They don't need our light. They need to discover their light, their connection to source. Next, we're calling in the lunar light. The lunar light to come to our third eye. to clean our third eye of any blockages, any suppressions, anything preventing us from experiencing and expressing our psychic gifts and abilities, anything that caused us to lose faith and our intuition. We call forth the lunar light to clean any negativities from our third eye, to move through our 5-body system, through our chakra system, remove all that takes away from our inner knowing to be reconstituted into the light, and bringing forth the remembrance of our intuition and that which we know to be true in our hearts, in our minds, in our soul, in our body, in our past, in our present, in our future, in our child selves, in our teenager selves, in our adult selves, in all versions of us, in every lifetime, in every reality. The truth that we know, the intuition and integrity that we carry, may it stay with us. So hold yourself in that space. I'm gonna say, that's like a download coming to me right now. And I feel things leaving. When new things are downloaded, you feel the things that weren't meant to be there kind of leave. And so we're feeling all of this leaving us. So that's what we call on Mother Earth. Mother Earth, dear angelic Mother Gaia, the protector of the Earth's nature. The Earth's nature. Call on the dirt, on the ground, on the roots, on the trees, to remove all of that which we are releasing to be reconstituted into the light, and to reground us in who we are, to reground us in ourselves, to reground us. Just take a few deep breaths. Call on God to be with us as one of our main protectors, Source to be with us as one of our main guides, Creator to be with us as one of our main teachers, the universe to be with us as the great conductor of our lives. We release control to the guardian of our souls, to our origin source, to the creator of those that created us, and to the universe where that Trinity is housed. We release control to those higher powers that protect, guide, and teach us, that help lead us if we are open to listen. So now we've done the cleansing. It's definitely necessary to happen. Do a little protection and then get started with the channeling. But that felt like a channeling, but definitely not from the elves. That felt very much like it was directly coming from the angels and the guardians of the veil and the dragons. They're like, we are protective energies. So I guess the elves, yes, guardians of the veil, we are protective energies. So let's cleanse before we protect. So now the little mantra that I always say: God protects, God watches over. God protects, God watches over. God protects, God watches over. Gaia anchors, Gaia grounds. Gaia anchors, Gaia grounds. Gaia anchors, Gaia grounds. My guardian angels surround me in their wings, putting me in an invincible tube of divine light and love, keeping me safe and protected from all forms of negativity, keeping me protected from all evil eyes, from all judgment that others may send me, and protecting others from that which I might send them. My guardian angels to help bring me strength and tranquility, to protect my empathic abilities, to keep me protected from energy vampires, and that's where we call forth the dragons to surround us in their fire, protect us from all energy vampires, times infinity. And the dominant archangel that steps forth to continue the protection is Archangel Michael. He is standing in his corner with his shield surrounding us and his sword facing outwards around us, keeping truth coming to us, authenticity staying with us, and keeping us protected from all forms of negativity. Next, we call on Archangel Uriel to bring us strength. Archangel Gabriel to give us clarity of mind, and Archangel Raphael to heal us. Archangel Sandalphon to stay with us as we embrace our truest self, to be below us, to carry us, to protect us, to guide us on our path. Archangel Metatron from above, bringing forth all higher light, protecting our light worker ability, ensuring that how we express and communicate the messages we receive to others is exactly how it is meant to, from a place of light and love, bringing forth the golden rainbow fire, all higher light frequencies to protect us times infinity, to stay with us, calling forth our Elfian traveler guides, our ascension guides to be with us, to ensure that everything we are doing is for the betterment of our ascension, and give us signs if we are going down a path that is not for the betterment of our ascension. But we trust and we know that you allow us the free will to make the decisions that we feel called to, even if you can see it's not for the betterment of our ascension, because whatever lesson we need to learn is for the betterment of our ascension in the end, even if it takes a little bit longer to get where we're supposed to be. And there's nowhere we are supposed to be, technically, because we are right on time for everything that needs to happen when it needs to happen, and everything is ever changing, and that trust falls to the universe, falls to our source, our creator, and our guardian. So, with that, protection, a little bit modified. It modifies every time. But with that, and the clearing, and the cleansing, and like 18 minutes into this video, now we're gonna start the channeling. Happy winter solstice. I shouldn't even label this like channeling for the winter solstice, just happy winter solstice, because it's got a little bit of everything. So I have no idea which elf wants to step through, if I'm being honest. A lot of them are kind of all hanging around. I think last year I channeled the Earthian Elfian Elemental Elder, or Earthian Elfian Elementals of the Frost, of the winter. Honestly, I don't remember. So we're just gonna see who wants to come forth, and I feel like it's the No Man Joybringer Elder, if I'm being honest. Mostly him, and the Joybringers. So I guess that's why they told me to wear yellow. I was like, what color frequency should I be wearing? And they said yellow. That's what the color frequency Elfian Elemental said. They said yellow. So here we go. So, now that you are all safe and protected and cleansed, you can keep, the sage going, keep the crystals, keep whatever you grabbed with you to help you feel cleansed and powerful and protected and recharged with you, because it's just an excuse to take time to do that and have that with you. And take note of whatever resonates, and of course, whatever doesn't resonate, you can throw away. Collective reading for all may not apply to all. Not every message in it will apply to everyone, of course. So take what resonates and throw away what doesn't with you. And same can be said with the protection and the clearing and cleansing, because I know some things don't resonate with everybody. So That's okay. Just discard what doesn't. That's the whole point. That's the biggest message of this season, is discarding what doesn't resonate. So, healthy and no man, joy bringer, elder, divine, neutral, resonating more in his divine feminine energy for this channeling. Please step forth when I have safely stepped back. We're all in a need for a little bit more feminine energy, some intuition, connecting to spirituality. It's been all logic, right? I am the No Man Elfian Joybringer, elder of the Elfian No Man Joybringers, the elves that were miscommunicated as Christmas elves who make physical material things, but that's not what we make. What we do is we spread joy. Now, hello. I love communicating with the collective, of course, because during the Atlantean Age, I communicated with you all, and there were many times where I connected with lots of humans from beyond the veil. Now, what I mean, but we all need a little bit more of the feminine energy, a little bit more of the lunar energy right now, is because the winter season does hold more room for the moon to shine. So that is the nature of the earth and the celestial elements telling you that it's the time to tune into your intuition, to meditate, to reflect, to tune into your creativity, because the moon is shining more. Now, in the summer, the sun has more time in the sky. So, of course, that's where you tune in more to your masculine energy, to your creation, to logic, to structure, to organizing and building things and planning things and doing all the things in the divine masculine realm. That's because the sun is in the sky more. So you feel more charged to do that. But because you as humans are a little bit more charged to the divine masculine side of things, just in the reality that you live in and the structure of your society, when winter time happens and it's more the moon in the sky, it's very unfamiliar, and that's where a lot of depressions come in, because what do? The structure, the organization, the things that made sense don't make sense anymore. You're leaving that mental body focused reality that is the more socially accepted reality, rather it was, because the creative, the emotional is coming forth more into the present, shifting into the divine feminine age in general, but especially in the winter season, that heart-centered, listening to your heart, following your heart. We keep delivering that message, but the time to understand what your heart is trying to tell you is the winter season, and actually leading with it, knowing that in the winter season and in the spring season, your heart center is going to have more of a dominant influence in your life, and in the summer and fall season, your mental center is going to have more of an influence in your life, and it's learning to balance those two things. So, what is important to communicate right now is the need to slow down. The masculine center that you were in the fall season is go, 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 go. Winter and the divine feminine is taking your time, slowing down and relaxing, because that's what the moon brings. The fire of the sun brings action. And you had that action and change and releasing and cleansing, and that action even carrying you through the fall until today. Now, it's the relaxation, the time to recharge, take creative steps, take the time to understand your heart, to heal a little bit from the action, to communicate a little bit better, because you were living a little bit more with the mental body control. So now allowing the emotional body in during the winter season, it can allow for stronger communication, because it's that balancing, especially in the beginning of the winter season. Same within the beginning of the summer season, your communication is a little bit stronger because you're shifting between what you are listening more to. So that beautiful period where you are shifting between what you're listening more to, you're your communication is stronger. And the key is to carry that with you into every season. But of course, the way that the sun and the moon influence the earth influences you, because you are connected to the earth. Of course, you are a being living on the earth in the physical. So your physical body is influenced by it, and thus your soul is as well. So what is important during this winter season is during the beginning, the first month of the winter season, your communication body is shifting to understanding the heart, the emotional body influence, and still has that mental body influence. So if there is anything you have been biting your tongue about, the perfect time to express it is going to be during the first month of the winter season, because you're going to hear things from a different perspective within yourself. So start listening to your heart. Or, it can be the reverse for some people, of course, where sometimes during the solar season, it's their heart instead of their mind, and then they shift to their mind. It's the more rare cases, but it does happen. And in those cases, again, it's just flipping to whichever perspective you weren't listening to in the fall season, in the autumn season, and listening to the other side and balancing it with what you were listening to in the fall season. Balancing it with, so that you can be a stronger communicator for yourself and for others, if that is your job. So, also during this season, what is necessary is spiritual joy. We came forth as the Elfian Gnome Joybringer domain to discuss spiritual joy in the end of the summer, beginning of fall season. Truly, the beginning of fall season. Summer had just ended not too long ago. Fall was just beginning and winter was far away. And the change that was necessary was understanding spiritual joy. Yes. So during the winter season, aspects of spiritual joy are necessary. Whatever brings you spiritual joy, you need to give attention to. And we don't like using the word you need because we don't want to command you. However, it is imperative and for the betterment of your ascension to remember the things that bring you spiritual joy and allow yourself to do those things. And a lot of those things do come from a creative space. And if they do come from a more action space, balancing it with your creative space. Because what tends to happen is you fall in one or the other. So it's allowing yourself to do both. How can you put action in your creativity, and how can you put creativity in your action? How can you balance them both? And understanding the things that bring you spiritual joy and allowing yourself the space to do them. You may think, I don't have enough time. But, dear humans, the rush season is coming to an end. And you are reaching the season of relaxation. The snow is an indication of peace and relaxation. Relax yourself, relax your mind. You can slow down and allow yourself the time to recharge in what brings your soul joy. And release what might be putting little bubble blocks in your communication body in a safe and healthy way. I can see clearly that a lot of you humans are biting your tongues about things, and a lot of those things are in matters of how you feel. It's not, well, I'm thinking this. No, it's I'm feeling this. A lot of you humans are blocking the I'm feeling this, but you're saying I'm thinking this, I think this, I'm thinking that, but you're blocking the I'm feeling. So now that we're in the winter season, humans, it's time to open yourself up to what you are feeling and start expressing, I'm feeling this. Give your feelings that voice until they've all been communicated, and then you can balance, okay, I'm thinking this and I'm feeling this. And are they in alignment? But all of the I'm feeling this that hasn't been expressed, it's time to express it. Changing the starting from I'm thinking to I'm feeling to allow those things that have been bottled up to come out in a way that you don't explode and others around you don't explode as a result of your explosion. Healthy communication. Truly harmonious communication. Truly harmonious connections. Very important. The last thing I want to share with you, humans, about the winter season is breathe. Breathe healthy air. Now, I'm not an earthy and elfian elemental. However, I can notice the air quality shifts as well from my guardians of the veil within my domain. There is a lot of air quality changes. There is air pollution. There is fragrance pollution. You need to balance breathing healthy air with the air that you just have inside. What that means is in the winter season, it can be very easy to not want to go outside and take some deep breaths and breathe the fresh air. And during those times, blocks for your mental body and your crown and your third eye, as well as the stability of your root chakra, can get out of balance when you're just breathing the air inside only. That can have different air pollutions, dust, fragrance, things like that. Airing out your house and allowing the air from the outside in isn't as common in the winter season. You do it towards the end of fall. You do it at the beginning of spring and through spring and summer. But there's that little itty bitty season where you forget to do that because it's so cold. And your human bodies don't like the cold. Your human bodies also need the fresh air. So please, humans, especially now when there is some weird things going on with air quality, take the time to breathe the fresh air outside, even if it's cold. I'm not saying go out there for 20 minutes and stand in the cold and freeze and breathe in all of the air, but you're freezing and you're cold. Just take a minute or two to breathe the fresh air, to take a break from the trapped air also for your heart as well. It's your lungs, it's your heart chakra energy, your heart and your lungs and your chest. It is necessary to allow the fresh air in, especially now, and especially in the places that are more industrial. So if you have the ability to go near trees and near flowers, or flowers that live in the winter, or grass and things, if you have the ability to go near plants, near trees specifically, and take some time to take a few deep breaths in nature. And I'm seeing a lot of the industrial cities like New York, Chicago, industrial cities that don't have as much nature as small country towns in your human world. It is important to take the time to find a tree or find a plant or find something that can bring you fresh air from nature, to take some deep breaths, as well as taking the deep breaths outside. Clean your noses. Your noses are the pathway to your third eye, the pathway to your throat chakra, the pathway to your eyes, your human eyes. They are the pathway to your heart. They're the pathway to your lungs. They are a very important pathway. So your nose, your physical nose, is a pathway to a lot of important chakras. Not only that, it's a pathway to a lot of important systems, your nervous system, cardiovascular system, all of those systems of your physical body. Your nose is a pathway. It's very important. Breathing through your nose more so than your mouth as well allows that oxygen to go to your brain. It's very important for your brain function as well, to not fall into states of anxiety and dis-ease and dizziness and uncomfortability. It's important for your ears as well. So take that time to clean your noses, to allow the fresh air in, to go around trees during the winter season. Allow that in and take it moving forward, because moving forth into the next year, the next solar year, for you humans, it's important to keep your oxygen coming from nature. as one of the top sources of where it's coming from. And it's important for nature to be receiving what you breathe out as well. It's that eternal loving friendship that mustn't be forgotten. Put the phones away, put the technology away, put it all away. 5 minutes a day. And establish that truly harmonious connection, eternal loving friendship, relationship with you and nature. Don't forget it in the winter. You both need each other. That is life. To be honest, I've never felt an elf that concerned. Granted, had I noticed in myself, like my nose is having so many issues and I'm feeling dizzy, I'm feeling lightheaded, I'm getting like my eyes are twitching a little bit, I'm getting these weird things that are an indication that I need to spend more time breathing fresh air outside. But also an indication that there is something going on. I'd felt that, but wasn't fully certain if it's just going on with me or what's going on. So thank you, No Man, Elfie, and Joybringer Elder, for delivering that message. Thank you. He just wanted to end it on life. Life. So understanding what life is, we're beings of life. So I definitely feel like we're going to have a stronger understanding of what that is moving forward. And that's what I could feel from him. But that's all I wanted to say. And I know they're going to have more things to share. But I can tell that not only them, but also we in our sleep have been very busy. There's been a lot of energetic stuff going on. I can feel it when I wake up, that I feel like I've been running around, feeling soreness in certain areas where chakras are, certain work, particularly like solar plexus. Like I feel like I'm doing a lot of work, or my mind, just like feeling a weird soreness in my mind when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I was doing something in my sleep. And throat, waking up like I had not dry throat, but waking up like I've been talking. Like I've just been talking. I was talking all night. And I don't talk in my sleep. So I've been feeling it too, of there's a lot of energetic work happening. There's a lot of shifts happening. And especially entering the new solar year. And I've felt it, that like this next year is gonna cause a massive shift. Energetically, there's gonna be another massive change. There's some change that's supposed to happen next year, and if it doesn't happen next year, the year after that, there is like a significant change happening. So I can feel it in my own life that there are all of these things that I thought were gonna happen in a few years are happening now. Like it's time now. But also just watching other people's lives, and they're going through these massive shifts and changes that they didn't expect to be happening so soon. But it does feel like there is positive change. It's not there's a difference between negative disruption and positive disruption. It does feel like positive change because it does feel like we are shifting into something new. However, it feels like those who aren't ready to let go are going to have a harder time. And so whether it's positive or negative doesn't matter. It's just how ready are you, how open are you, and that's going to influence how it affects you. In regards to the winter season, the images that he showed me was a lot of the need for the people who live in more industrial-based spaces to bring nature back, to bring that bond with nature back, as well as communicating so much. What I was seeing was like this blue light in the pit of a stomach, and it's needing to come out and speak. it express itself and come out and move up and through and release. So there is not just things we've been emotionally suppressing, but things deep, deep down inside that we feel we need to share. Sharing it and sharing stories, but also he didn't say too much about it, but I could see it when he was speaking, is the technology, the relationship with technology. We need a break. As a collective humanity, there is an attachment, there is an addiction to it, and it is an anxiety. It's a thing keeping us trapped in a lower emotion. So what I did see is slowly breaking that tie, because especially us in the younger generation, it was like at our fingertips and we have it and we had it. And so it can be so easy to be so attached to it because it's something we had just at our fingertips. It was coming forth when we were growing up, and that's what we have now. And because we are so young, we had it for the majority of our childhood. So it is in our brain, and it's there, and it's been influencing us. And there's a lot of subconscious thoughts, beliefs, patterns, anxieties that I know that I have that came from technology, from things I was consuming and absorbing that at that age I shouldn't have been. At 10 years old, I shouldn't have been. So that separation from too much attachment to the technology is definitely a necessary thing, because it can cause those blocks, especially sound frequency as well. And how are you using it? Because we can use it for benefit, like how I'm doing right now, like the channeling, delivering messages, reaching other people, connecting to like-minded people. That's how we can strengthen the positive relationship. So focusing more on strengthening the positive relationship with technology, because with the fall of Atlantis, there were technologies that they had, and the negative relationships with technology resulted in a fall. Therefore, to help in a rise, we need to fix that relationship with technology, help the positive aspects of our relationship with technology flourish, and remove the negative ones, the toxic ones, the ones that cause many different forms of addictions and traps in lower frequencies. So I can clearly see that is a theme that's going to come forth in the winter and moving forth into the new year, from what he was saying that I heard, from what he was showing me when I didn't hear things he was saying, from that, and just also from the observations in my own life experiences and the type of people who have come forth for healings, readings, advice, or just randomly sharing something with me. And it does have to do with the relationship with technology, the relationship with our air and the way that we're breathing, and just, how sick people keep getting. And it's all about the nose. It's all about the nose congestion, noticing that, and feeling that there is a calling back to nature, and there is this resistance of it. Where are we gonna go back to it? I felt that before I went camping for a month. I was scared to live in nature. As a being of life, a human, we are mammals, we used to coexist with all of the animals. Feeling that fear of just living in nature for a month. Not even 100% in nature, just a little bit in nature, not going into the woods, just like a little bit. Feeling that anxiety of it because it's so unknown. And like, no, stay away, stay away, stay away, feeling the ego self telling me stay away, stay away. When I finally gave in and I connected to nature, feeling that the lower self start to fall away, feeling that peace is what we need. We need, because especially in America, from how I'm noticing it, there is such a there's a searching for peace, but a lack of knowing where to find it. So maybe some key tips to finding it from what he said and what I was shown is nature, breaks from technology, fresh air. We'll start there. And with that, I know this was more me talking than the elves, but it was also the dragons delivering messages too, because they sometimes want to deliver messages through me, but I'll never channel them. I can just kind of audience see. So until the color frequency reading, or if the elves decide they want to do another channeling, but it's the winter season, so they tell me not as much. I will see you most likely in the next color frequency reading, and the recap of December and the channeling for the new solar year. There is so much, I can feel it. We're starting something new, so I'm excited for it all, and I hope this video helped you in some way. Goodbye for now, beautiful souls, and sending you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired.